everybody. This is Skeet.
I am Mush and Mikey.
Rock and Roll Roundtable.
Absolutely presented by our great friends over at Mushman Media.
This week, absolute worst covers.
Okay, here's where we're at with this. Absolute worst covers. You know, we're not negative Nancy's on this show about we don't try to be negative. We don't search for the negative. We don't do any of that. But this year I wanted to incorporate a little bit of what we have to be, kind of even it out. Because there's some music we just don't like. There's some songs we just don't like, bands we don't like. And guess what? A lot of people out there aren't going to they don't like Ginger, or they don't like, they hate grunge, or they hate this and that. That's what makes music great. It's an opinion-based whole thing. Everything's opinion-based.
Yeah.
We can think it's sloppy, it's unorganized. People love it. They call it noise genre. It's like they like that. Deathcore, the Cookie Monster. Some people can't stand it. So I thought it'd be nice to touch on what we consider absolute worst of certain things. Like this week, it's covers. Now, down the road, it might be albums, or it could be, a song that ruined another artist for us, or absolute worst of something. And this week, we just went with covers because it's, a lot of good covers, man. A lot of people do a lot of good covers, and some are way better than you would ever imagine they would be. But the thing about covers is, for me, is everybody starts. Most of the bands that we follow today started doing covers. If you're any big city and you want to try to find a way to break in, a lot of those clubs were like, we can't have you in here playing your own stuff. Nobody knows it. So you had to compromise and learn a bunch of covers and do those, and then throw your songs in there, pepper them in, and then somebody would notice. That's the same old story we've heard about famous bands forever and ever,
That was the formula. That was the formula for a long, long, long time.
Yeah, and the thing about that is every local band, that did that. The big bands now were local bands once. There's only a handful of bands that got selected out and didn't have to pay their dues on the dive bar circuit and stuff. There is a few out there, sure, but most of them were even the big giants of rock and metal, like say Metallica. They had albums full of covers. And they probably did, like the first Garage Days. I'm sure that's songs that they played in the clubs in San Francisco. It's like the old Danzig Misfits, and all the other songs that were on that album, like Blitzkrieg. The band Blitzkrieg had some, I think, with Am I Evil? That kind of stuff. So a lot of bands do it. A lot of bands do it really well. And then once a band becomes successful, they still like to throw a cover out. That's great. I mean, it's just their interpretation of a song that they might either really like, or they think, man, if we would have done that song, we would have done it this way. And they get to experiment without having to write their own song. It's something quick. They can get it out and say, okay, we all know this song. Let's try to jam it out. And if you look on any kind of social media today, there's tons of shows that will get a band in a room and say, okay, we want your interpretation on this song. And it could be like a funk band learning Slayer, or a hardcore band learning Captain and Tennille. They mix it up and they say, okay, do what you got to do with it to make it your own. Some follow the line pretty tight. Some let it fly, man. They do their own thing. It's hit and miss, and it's all about your palate, right? I'm going to start with the first band that does a lot of covers. There's a couple bands that's done a lot. I mean, okay, here's the thing. A lot of bands do whole albums of covers. But Some of them do the covers of that. They're okay. And some of them do really good. Like Striper's album, I am a Striper. I thought their covers album was really good. I've heard other cover albums that were really good. But these people that do some of these, I'm not a fan. And it's just me. This is just me, and it'll be you on your opinions. But I'm going to start with Five Finger Death Punch. Because of the amount of mainstream covers they've had, okay, that they actually released. Because a lot of bands do covers, they don't release them as a single. They just do an album out of homage or respect or fun, whatever. But Five Finger Death Punch releases these songs as singles. I'm not a fan of just about every cover they've ever done. There's something about Bad Company. I don't know. That song, probably not that bad musically, but the whole shotgun in my hand. I was born with a shotgun in my hand, changing the lyrics, kind of doing different stuff with the guitar. And then you go to like House of the Rising Sun.
Now that one was the one you just mentioned, the Bad Company cover was okay, but it was irritating that they changed the lyrics up. But that House of the Rising Sun, I just was like, I don't, yeah, I don't.
And it's little things for me, like the whole thing about that song when the Animals did it, and most everybody else that's ever done it, was it had that southern kind of creepy voodoo vibe to it, and it fit perfectly when they said down in New Orleans, that was kind of the whole vibe of it. Sin City, give me a fucking break. Come on, dude. I mean, I know that's where they're from. I get that they're from Vegas or whatnot. But I thought that was cheesy. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You leave the lyrics how they are. So that was another one. Gone Away, I did not like their version of The Offspring's Gone Away. I just didn't care for it. I think some songs shouldn't be messed with. I think Gone Away stands alone as a really good song. I didn't like their interpretation. And that's going to be up for debate, like I said. Musically, maybe it's great. They added double bass in some spots and shit like that was kind of cool. But I just wasn't a fan of anything they. Now, Blue on Black wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
I don't mind that cover at all. But I'm not going to say everything they do is shit. But it's just the majority for me was no good. Another band has done a lot, and I didn't know how many until I really got down and started listening to like cover lists and stuff. Is Disturbed. Now, Disturbed for me is very hit and miss because I kind of like Shout. I don't hate. I mean, I don't love it like Tears for Fears kind of love.
Yeah.
But I thought they did a respectable job on that one.
Yeah.
And I also like The Sound of Silence. I know a lot of people don't. I just think Draymond's showing off his voice a little bit. It's more of a solo project, though. It's not really a Disturbed cover because it's Dave singing basically, and I thought it was respectfully done. Put it that way. I don't think it was anything.
I don't think it was the worst cover they've ever done, but I kind of prefer the original. Sound of Silence.
Yeah, I still like the original, but yeah,
that one's not a worst for me. It just was meh.
Yeah, no, it's not in the worst for me either. There are really only two out of Disturbs that are in the worst because I didn't mind. Like I said, I don't mind Shout. I didn't mind that Sound of Silence. I did not like Land of Confusion, and it's only reason why is because he does that stupid whatever the fuck noise he does. And don't do that to that song, man. Do that for your originals. But don't mock Genesis by doing that shit. I just didn't like it.
That song's not the greatest fucking song from Genesis anyways. I thought it was kind of stupid. The video made it stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm big on Genesis, man. I mean, with
That's one of my
late,
least favorite fucking Genesis
the
songs.
later Genesis was more my thing. With that Susudio and Era and that Land of Confusion, stuff like that. But I do not like the Disturbed version of Living After Midnight either. Did not care for it.
I didn't even
I
hear
don't
that
know
one.
why.
I didn't.
Yeah,
My list didn't have it.
I don't. I just think maybe it just didn't fit. It just didn't. Man, might be one of them songs that never going to sound right unless it's Priest doing it. It's just. It's no disrespect to Disturbed at all on that. It's just I didn't care for the song, and it's just one of my pet peeves, I guess. And there's a lot of songs that are going to be like that. That people are going to think, "Well, I thought they did cool on it." Yeah, they did pretty good, but they ruin it by doing this or that.
Yeah.
And a perfect example, and this next band, like a lot of people either love these guys or hate them, System of a Down. Now, I like some System songs. I'm not a huge System of a Down guy. I mean, but I never really knew any covers they did, but I heard one. They do the Metro by Berlin. And I tell you what, it starts out, he's respectfully singing it, and it's like, okay. It gets to that part in the middle, they almost quadruple time it. I mean, he's singing really fast and they're playing really fast. And I thought that was kind of cool. You mixed it up like that.
Yeah.
And then they go back into like the chorus or the verse and they play this fucked up guitar sound, dude. It sounds like circus music. It's like honking horns, like clowns honking horns at you. It's like, dude, you ruined that. It was pretty good till you did that stupid shit. And it's like I was disappointed so bad because I never heard nobody cover the Metro before, which is a cool song, man.
Okay.
That would be a cool, and they did a good, started out doing a great job, and they do a hell of like a slowish breakdownish kind of part at the. Oh man, I mean, it's got its moments, but that part ruined it. It just ruined it, and since it's the only Metro cover I've ever heard, it
Yeah.
has to be the worst.
Oh,
It just
okay.
has to be the worst because it's not great.
So it was the middle kind of fucked the whole thing up.
That's that one little guitar
That
part.
little part.
It's like, yeah, you'll have to check it out because it's like it is different, and it does get like chugging along heavy at the end. It's badass musically. It's just that one part of the guitar he did. I don't know why he decided to do honk 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 honk. It's like, good grief, dude. But anyway, I'll move along. Next one, a couple of songs from these guys, and again, one of them is just one thing in the song that bothered me. Okay,
Okay.
Godsmack. Godsmack does a few covers here and there. Rocky Mountain Way, when it came out, I thought it's going to be great. Yeah, and music, it started out great. He's got his own way of singing it. He doesn't change. The music's tight. Then he gets to the part of the song where it should say, the bases are loaded in case he's at bat, taking it play by play. He said that
Yeah.
part of the
Yeah.
song. Well, they say, well, my 38's loaded and I'm going to, take it out everything. It's like time to change the pass, they say, instead of the batter. It's like, why'd you fuck with that? Come on, Sully. What are you doing to me, man? I love Godsmack. That's just disheartening as hell that you fucked with the lyrics to that. It's like, come on, man. When you had songs like Good Times, Bad Times, they did was fucking phenomenal cover.
Yeah.
And then you get this piece of shit. It's the worst. It's tied for the worst for me with "Come Together." I hate that song how they did it. I don't know why it irritates me, but it does. It just he like a little high up end on the end. He goes with right now. It's like no, that ain't what. It just didn't work for me. So yeah, and like I said, we're gonna get bad. I'm gonna get bashed for a lot of these because these are
Yeah.
the songs that people seem to really like. I'm not a fan of that. It's just okay. Not a fan. So Moving along, we were talking about Genesis a little bit ago. Peter Gabriel had he had a good solo career. One of his biggest songs, of course, was Shock the Monkey. Now, I've heard a couple versions of Shock the Monkey from different people. And they had Ozzy on this one. So it hurts me to say. But Cold Chambers' version of Shock the Monkey is complete ass. I didn't even like Ozzy's part in it. It's like, come, dude. It's
I
just
remember
not.
that one. I do remember that one. Vaguely. It's been a long time since I've heard that.
And it's not that they used, adapted it more to their music style. It's just, I didn't like it. I didn't even like Ozzy's part in it. It's like, no, it didn't function for me. It didn't work for me. So, that's a lot of people's going to be opinions. So. Another one offer is Mudvayne. And I had never heard Mudvayne do a cover that I knew of.
Oh, shit. I think that was on my list.
They do a rotten ass version of King of Pain. It's like, yes. Good God, dude. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that song again. That's bad. And I'm not the biggest Sting fan in the world, but it's like, put some respect on them, not to do that. That was just god awful. And I don't know. Maybe there's a good reason I'd never heard of it because it's not something people talk about.
Yeah,
probably a good thing. Yeah. So I mean, have you heard that one? Or have you just seen it on your list?
I heard that one.
What did you think of that? I mean, I'm not a big Mudvayne person anyway, but
I was shocked to see it was on there. Honestly.
Yeah.
So, it was.
It was terrible.
I got this fucking list off of. Let's see, where did I get it? Apple Music Hard Rock. It was just called Heavy Covers, and it was all it went all over the fucking place. And I did listen to that one. It wasn't spectacular, but I didn't think it was god awful. Honestly,
I didn't like it. Yeah, it's like it might not be the absolute worst for you, but it definitely never should have existed in my mind. But we'll go on to one, and this one, you know what? I heard this song and I was like, the first time I thought it was kind of cute, kind of cheesy, kind of like, oh, that's doing an old song. The more I listened to it, the more it grated on me. It's I Only Want to Be With You, but it's the old 50s song or whatever by Volbeat. I can't do it. I mean, Volbeat's known for they do like Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. Not great. But that song's just ass. I know they're doing it cheeky though. That kind of almost made it like okay. I know you're trying to take a 50s or 60s song, whatever it was, and beef it up a little bit, but keep it kind of true with the vocals.
The Bay City Rollers. I Only Want to Be With You.
No, that old song, like those, probably like Supremes or something. You started something, oh, can't you see that song? Whatever that is. I don't know.
Okay, so the Bay City Rollers must have covered that one.
Well, maybe it's their song. Hell, I don't know. I heard that song over the years, but I thought it was like a girl doo-wop group.
It might have been, Mike.
Yeah, but it just Volbeat's hit or miss with a lot of stuff, but I didn't care for that one. I thought it was the worst cover that I've heard them do. I'm not saying it's complete ass. It's just for that band. That's the worst one I've heard. Here comes one we talked about recently.
Okay.
And people got to agree with me on this. If you don't agree with me on this one, you're lying. It's just lying. It's the Johnny Be Good by Judas Priest.
Oh, yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I know it was for a movie and all that, but man, it just grating to listen to. I barely struggled through it. I'm like, man, well, that was a bad decision. That's almost parental guidance kind of bad decisions on Judas Priest. But for covers, that's definitely the worst. That's the worst train wreck I've ever heard. And it's like, yeah, just didn't fit. It was not. I'm not dogging the music or the vocals. It's just did not fit what they're doing, and they didn't try to incorporate it enough away from the original to make it sound right. So yeah, that was me. This one you probably never heard. And to be honest, I'd never heard it until I was looking through covers. I said, this can't be a thing. It was The Cure, which I like The Cure. You know,
Yeah.
I had a lot of songs I loved by The Cure in the 90s or 2000s, whatever. But they do Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. No, don't do that. A lot of electronica, synthesized crap in there. No, you can't do that with the Purple Haze, man. When Winger did Purple Haze, I thought it was respectable. I thought it was, pretty close. I mean, it wasn't the best song, but it was respectable. The Cure was kind of like, no, I think they just wanted to have it that they did a German
Was it
Yeah.
reimagined type shit or what?
Yeah, way too much into the electronica for that
Okay.
song. For me, no, there's some Cure fans might be ready to come through the screen right now. Oh, how dare you? Robert Smith's a fucking genius. I ain't saying that. I'm saying that I don't like that song. I think it's the worst song I've heard him ever do.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Another worst for me, I've heard a bunch of people do Fortunate Son. The CCR Classic, a lot of people have played this. We had friends of ours in a cover band that used to play this really good. The Clutch version of this is outstanding, but the U2 version is a ball of shit. That's embarrassing.
Really? I
You,
didn't even know they did
yeah,
it.
no, U2 should never touch an American classic, man. It was God. It wasn't no good. It just wasn't any good. You can imagine Bono trying to sing with aggression.
Yeah.
That's not good. He hadn't done that since 1980. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. It's not good. Yeah, if you ever listen. Now, we get on a little bit farther. I'm a Nirvana fan. You're pretty much a Nirvana fan. And I'm also, a fan of all the bands that come out, like the Salivas and all that, about that time. This I don't even know if it was recorded on an album, put it that way. But it was recorded live at Sirius XM, and it was on this list. And I remember it all too well. It's Puddle of Mud doing About a Girl, and dude trashes this song. I mean, they trashed this guy. He couldn't sing any of the notes. Wes was like, every time he was trying. You got to watch it. You got to see the video.
Oh
You
my
got to look up
god.
the video.
Do I
He's
have
beat
to?
red. Yeah, he's
Do I
beat
have to?
red. You don't have to, but I'm telling you want to see a train wreck in fucking real time.
Oh my god, no.
This dude's face was beat red from trying to get the high notes of Kurt. Wasn't even coming close. And it
Wow.
sounded like somebody was beating him in his throat with a fucking hammer as he was saying.
Oh
And
my
it was
god.
god awful, dude. It's god awful. I
Oh
can't believe you didn't see that. That was like a big
no.
meme for a long time. He
No.
looks
Oh
like
my god.
he's trying to pass a kidney stone when he's singing this motherfucker. It's bad.
Wow.
It was really insulting to Nirvana. It really was.
Woo.
And you get that. Some songs just shouldn't be messed with. One that I look at not being messed with is classics from we're Gen X, so early 70s. Leave some of them alone. The one staple that you should leave alone, American Pie. Bye bye Miss American Pie, drove a Chevy to the levee, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But we let Madonna do a version of that. I
Yeah.
remember it coming out, and I've
Yeah.
hated it since.
Yep.
And I know she's not a rock person, but it's a kind of a rock legend song. It's like I just can't believe that she tried to make it a dance hit. Just sing it bare bones, but you can't do that when you sing auto tune. because she can't do it. So I wish somebody else would have covered that. That was a better true singer, and I'm sure people have, but that's the one I heard, and it's like it almost ruins the song, man. It really almost does. It's like I hear that every time I hear Don McLean, I hear Madonna's bullshit. The fucking dance move going on, Night at the Roxbury kind of shit. So it was bad. Now here's another one that I'd never heard, and I'm amazed I never heard it because I think I seen the movie. It was for a soundtrack for one of the Charlie's Angels movies. Okay.
Okay.
It might have been Full Throttle or something. Maybe I didn't see that one, but it was Nickelback with Kid Rock and Dimebag Darrell. So you think, okay, that song's gonna kill, right? They do Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton John. It's not good. It's just not.
Really?
I didn't like it at all. I don't know what it was about it. And it might be in one of those veins of, you're not going to do what Elton did with it. But I've heard other bands do it. And it's like, I've heard many a band do it. And it's like, maybe I overhyped this,
Maybe.
thinking, okay, got Nickelback and Kid Rock with Dimebag on this, wow. And when I put it on play, I'm like, I had to listen to it twice. I'm like, I don't get it, man.
Okay.
It's just not.
So, did you ever hear the Wasp version of Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I like that.
Fucking outstanding, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a few people do it.
It was so close to fucking the original that I was like, that's pretty fucking good.
I just think it might be so far removed from what I expected. I guess you'd have to judge that one for yourself, but it was like definitely caught me off guard for a Dimebag Darrell related song.
Wow.
Being as much as I like, I don't love Pantera's music per se, but I always liked Dimebag. I thought he was great. I respect Kid Rock to a point, and I've newly respect for Nickelback. So it's like, yeah, I was expecting more, I guess. Maybe it was just a letdown, but I didn't know. I have it on my list. Now, the next one I know you're going to know, and you're going to probably disagree with me.
Okay.
And that's fine. We can disagree. But it's by a hair band. So it's in that vein. It's Twisted Sister. Twisted Sister is the band. Tell me what the song is. I bet you can tell me. It's Leader of the Pack. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Song is ass.
Oh God, yeah, that's not up there on the.
The song itself was ass when it came out in the 50s or whatever, but they made it worse, and they dummied themselves down to play that shit. And it's like, what are you guys doing? I didn't get it, and it's not good.
I forgot about that. Good. Yeah. Leader of the Pack. That's pretty ass. It was ass.
Yeah, it's pretty ass. Oh, and there's a lot of them like that. Just 50s don't relate to modern day sometimes. 60s, whatever. Some bands do it great, and some don't get the message, like Twisted Sister. But here's another one I don't care for. It's from the 60s. I think originally from the 60s. And I've heard this song done so many times that it'll make you throw up. But Dancing in the Streets, right? And we've talked the Van Halen version. Okay. I didn't hate it. I've seen George Michael do a version of this with somebody. I didn't really. It was okay. And surprisingly, the worst of the worst for me for that song is Mick Jagger and David Bowie. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. See, you got two legendary kind of frontmen cheesing it up for a hit or whatnot. And that's what maybe irritates. And it wasn't as good as any of the ones I just mentioned. Vocally, musically, none of it. So, yeah, that was disappointing. I'd heard it, back in the day, didn't pay it much mind, but it's like, yeah, that really is bad. It's not good at all. Now, here we come to your section. And you might have some of these, but we're going to talk about Motley Crue for a minute.
Oh, God.
I do not like several of their covers. And
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of any of their covers, but I can deal with most of them. I hate Jailhouse Rock, dude. I hate that
Really?
they did that. Yes, I hate it. I just didn't the whininess of Vince's voice for Jailhouse compared to fucking Elvis is so sham that it makes my skin crawl thinking about that. And it's like I just if you're gonna sing an Elvis song, man, you better have a really good voice for one, and you better be like in his range to me. Just and
Yeah.
this is my ears, my palate. So like when Danzig does whole albums of Elvis songs, Christmas songs or whatever, gospel, whatever he did, it made more sense to me because Danzig's in that register, right? Even though Danzig, it's got some rough spots on it as far as cover, but no, Jailhouse Rock's it's just ass for me, man. I
Well,
did not like it.
I disagree on that one. That's the only one I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I don't
Oh,
like it. I do not like their version of Anarchy either.
oh
And I
no, I don't.
and
It's
I
it.
saw them play that, and it was like, oh my god, no, I can't connect. I can live with like I love Megadeth's version. I do. I like Megadeth's version of Anarchy, but I did not get Motley Crue's. And I mean, they have a couple more that I'm like kind of on the fence about, but I won't call them the worst. Like Helter Skelter, I was never a big fan of that. But
Oh, I
I
love
just think
that one. I
I
did
think it's
love
been
that one.
done. I think it's been done better by other bands. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's
Okay.
bad. And then I'm not a big fan of the smoking in the boys' room, but I understood it. Okay, it was a song that hadn't been covered. It was kind of an easy hit for them, and it would have been it was probably a cool cover to do. So I didn't have a hate for that. I didn't think it was the worst by any means. So that's the Motley Crue I don't agree with.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna stick a knife a little farther into your side here
Oh God.
with one of your other favorite bands, with Van Halen.
Uh-oh.
And it's not uh, any of the Diver Down stuff. So you would think it would be one of the Diver Down songs. No, I didn't mind Dancing in the Streets a lot. I didn't really mind Pretty Woman. I thought a little poppy, cheesy, but it's still good. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? One of the best songs I ever heard is a cover. I mean, I love that
Yeah.
fucking song. So it wasn't any of that. It's You're So Good. You're No Good.
Oh, the
All
Linda
Van Halen too.
Ronstadt. Okay.
I
Okay.
did not dig that.
Really?
And I don't know why it irritates me so much. And it's like, it's not because I'm a big Linda Ronstadt. She's sacred. She's just
Yeah.
phenomenal. I think it was a little like cutesy for me. But back then, now I'm listening to it now. I probably didn't care as much back then. But now it's like, reminds me of more like what it was probably Dave's idea. A little more show to have the wow and all that shit in
Yeah.
there. It's just not, you know, it's the worst Van Halen cover. I'm not saying it's the worst Van Halen song or anything like that. I'm just saying it's the worst of the covers I heard them do, in my mind. Now, I'm going to get a lot of that people love that song. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was even released or something, maybe. It was up on the radio. I heard a bunch, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't resonate with me.
Okay. Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you're gonna do a little knife sticking.
Yeah, I
Uh,
did a little bit.
Dust in the Wind by Corey Taylor. I hated it. I fucking hated it, dude.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Corey Taylor's acoustic
I
solo cover
hated it.
stuff.
Uh
Yeah, I'd rather hear Will Ferrell do that in old school than hear Corey Taylor do that. Yeah, it wasn't good for me either.
I've got well, let's see. I've got my little list. I'm gonna run through my list real quick because I had a few.
Okay.
Nothing Else Matters by Miley Cyrus is fucking ass.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of them don't. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It doesn't fit,
It's the
man. That's just
she sucks singing that.
yeah. I
What
like. Yeah,
she's
she's
got a
done some,
great voice.
and she's done some great covers. The Jolene cover from Dolly Parton, she
Yeah,
nails that. Yeah, it's like she's
what the
done some really
fuck?
good ones.
what the fuck possessed you to fucking do nothing else matter? Nothing else matter. I'm like,
Vocal fry.
Miley?
Yeah, it wasn't
Uh,
good. I understand.
a newer performer who came in the spotlight for the Ozzy tribute did I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss. Youngblood.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
fucking shelf that motherfucker.
I've
No,
never heard that. I gotta admit, I
no.
had never heard that. I'm a
And
Youngblood kind of fan too. That sucks.
it's not that his voice was bad. I didn't like what he did with it. It
Okay.
just
Fair.
he made it more of a love song type deal, and I'm just like, dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
I
It,
that song, it's disco, and you could fucking hate disco till the cows come home, but I Was Made for Loving You was like a period piece. Okay, leave
yeah,
it the
yeah.
fuck alone. Leave it alone. That was a bad
Yeah.
choice.
There's some bands that there's some songs you can get away with changing the whole vibe of it. I heard a
No,
guy do "Dancing in the Dark" by Bruce Springsteen. He did it super slow and acoustic. That worked wonders. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. That's got a disco vibe to it. It shouldn't
yeah,
be.
it's
Not going to go anywhere
no.
else.
Walk by Avenged Sevenfold, dude.
Yeah.
Put that motherfucker in a vault and sit on that motherfucker till it's dusty, because that was shit. That was
It's a
ass.
little weak. Yeah, it's a little weak. And they do some
Yeah.
good covers, bad. Yeah, they're hit and miss. But that one, yeah, that's not
That
great.
was fucking ass. Head Over Heels by a band called Starset. And this is
Yeah.
it's not the Go-Go's, it's the other Head Over Heels. Tears for Fears.
Oh, Tears for Fears. Yeah.
Nope. Out.
I
Nope.
actually like that one. And
Oh,
I'm a Tears.
Jesus
I
fucking
do.
Christ.
I'm a Star Set kind of. I do like some of Star Set. I think that one's a. It wasn't the best ever, but I wouldn't put it in the shit can.
Well,
Yeah.
if they've done other
That's yeah.
covers, that one's the fucking worst that I've heard.
Well,
I
maybe
just
so.
I
Maybe.
didn't like it. Didn't like
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
did. Stand By Me by Pennywise. I heard
Okay.
Pennywise do another cover on this list, and it was a good fucking cover. I think they did Ace of Spades, and I was
Okay.
like, that's pretty fucking. It was pretty fucking cool. The only thing that ruined it for me was the beginning of the song. About halfway, it was okay. They were they're giving it props, but when they kicked in the fast part at the end, I was just like,
Yeah, but that's what
I
that's the
didn't like it.
style. I get it.
I didn't
I
like
have
it.
never heard. I can't say I've never heard that one. So that'd be a
Okay,
different one for me to check out.
yeah. If you listen to that, they pay honor to it really good up till about the halfway point, and then when it kicks in, it's just not right.
It's kind of like the Metro with that funky guitar
Probably
sound. It's
yes.
probably really good, but yeah.
Hallowed be thy name, Cradle of Filth. It's a cradle
And
of shit. Fuck that.
I'm not a Cradle of Filth guy, so
That
yeah,
was
that's hard for
god
me.
awful. If they've got other cool songs, awesome. But that was fucking. His vocals fucked that up. That was
Yeah,
grating.
that's their style. Yeah,
The music, they were playing stuff that was comparable. So that wasn't god awful, but the fucking vocals made this the fucking one of the worst. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I got two more.
Okay.
Crazy Train by Rachel Bloom. And I think it was a fucking song that was on the goddamn The Trolls movie
Oh, I've
soundtrack.
never heard that. No,
Oh
never
my
heard that one.
fucking god. Just put me in a bag and toss me in the fucking river, because this was it was more than ass. It was actual asshole.
Yeah,
It was
that's
that
not good.
fucking yeah. It just changing shit. It must have been for the movie. It,
Probably.
it,
Yeah, I'm sure.
it's like, oh god, yeah. So shit can that motherfucker. Uh I think we're alone now by Billy Joe Armstrong is my last
Oh,
worst of the
fuck it.
worst.
Fuck that song. Fuck him. Yeah, I
That
can't. I
was
can't. I hate that. I hate that shit.
stick to Green Day,
Yeah,
please.
let Tiffany cover that
Yes, yeah.
back in
Tiffany
the
did a
day.
great fucking job of that. It's been done a few times before, and I'd rather hear Tiffany all day long singing this on repeat than listen to Billy Joe Armstrong fucking crank this fucker out.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I concur on that one.
yeah,
I
it's
definitely concur
just
on that one.
and that was my little contribution. I didn't have quite a list as you did, but man,
Well,
oh
yeah. I only got a couple more and then one band I can talk about and we'll end it up. This one was disappointing for me, being a Motorhead fan. But I can't do the Cat Scratch Fever, dude. They do Cat Scratch Fever. It just doesn't sound right, man. It's
really
just lethargy. Yeah, it just doesn't work. And I'm like, I was a Motorhead fan, man. That hurt me a little bit. And the other one I had for a song wise was Kiss. You know, we talked about the Love Gun album. Then She Kissed Me. Give me a break with that. That's trash. That might be worse than the Elder album.
oh
That's fucking
god.
hard to say. That's hard to say because being a Kiss Army guy, and I was 8 years old. I heard the Killer album that gets to this, and I'm like, even at 8 years old, I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like, why would you do that to a great album and play that shit? So it was more of it ruined the album kind of stigma for me, and just pure the cheesiness. Yeah, it's rank. Now the last one I'm going to talk about is a band that's done album after album. They've done like 5 or 6, I think, albums of covers, and they usually do like other rock bands, blah blah blah. But it's bad vocally. The music's killer. No, but music's always good. It's bad vocally every time, but it's so fun to listen to if you want a good laugh. Anytime you go out, go today. If I'm you, go today on your music site. Type in 6 Feet Under Graveyard Classics, and it's like volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, or whatever. This dude's voice, and he's known to be his voice is funky, but he does like ACDC, he does Scorpions, and it's so hilarious, but it's so bad vocal. I mean, it's like I'm into like the growlers, but that's almost like ridiculous because you don't they didn't change the music. The music sounds the same with this moron singing over it. And it's like he's not good. He's not even good for a growler. So yeah, that's definitely anything by 6 Feet Under is the worst covers you're going to hear.
Oh my
Vocally,
god.
I'm going to say vocally.
There's 4 fucking graveyard classics.
Yeah.
Oh my
They do
god, dude.
every song you can think of. Blackout by the Scorpions, Shook Me All Night Long.
Oh my
It's like
god.
check that out. That'll be one of those listen to this things this week is anything 6 Feet Under
Oh
graveyard
god, no,
classics.
please. They did snap your fingers, snap your neck.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no. Oh, okay.
I've
All
heard
right.
I've heard a lot of people do that. I've actually heard some good versions of that too. So it's like I got a whole
Wow.
nother list, but I don't want to drag you for an hour or nothing. But
Yeah.
yeah, just go down and go down, check out covers like on your music service. A lot of times you'll find a bunch of shit you never heard that are
Yeah.
really, really good. And
Yeah.
then you're
Yeah.
gonna find in the deep dark hollows of the web, you're going to find the absolute worst. And you might have a different opinion of the band even sometimes. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that was bad. So, yeah, get out there and dive down that rabbit hole of covers once in a while and see if you find any. You can find some hidden gems and you'll find big lumps of shit like we did with this list. So,
Yeah, there was a lot of really good covers. So I got to admit, most of the ones that were on my list were pretty good. We're either mid
yeah.
to fucking actually really fucking good. So
Yeah, it's just preference for the most part, but
yeah.
you'll get what we're saying, man. 6 feet under. I'm telling you.
Woo, okay. Well, let's put this episode 6 feet under.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
that.
This is Skeet.
I am Mosh and Mikey.
See ya.
Peace out.